Welcome back to another video from John Cleese Cardio. My name's Max, and today I've got a brief video on the 993 convertible behind me. This 911 has been in for a sound upgrade. Already had a sound upgrade from another company from many years ago. Customer had a Bluetooth kit which was playing up a little bit, popped him, had a chat with us, and he's ended up booked in for a full sound upgrade and a new head unit. Customer wanted everything to sort of look as discreet as possible, but did want a great improvement in sound. So we've got speakers in the factory locations you will see in a minute. Customer wanted a lot more depth from the sound system without doing anything too crazy. So I will show you something that we have fitted extra in this vehicle. But here it is, there's the 993. Now I'm going to pop open the door and I'm going to show you first what it looks like inside. It all looks very standard basically, which is kind of what the customer was hoping and looking for. Here is the doors. Now these doors have been fully soundproofed. When I say fully, they've been fully soundproofed. Both the doors have been stripped down. A lot of Dynamat material has been lined inside the door. You may be able to get some pictures of that overlaid on this. But inside the doors, apart from the full soundproofing treatment, which is basically a Dynamat on the outer skin and also full coverage on the inner skin, we have new tweeters behind these panels here. So we have some Prima AP1P tweeters. In the mid-bass department, we have the Hertz Mille Pro MP165Ps. Those are basically the only speakers in this vehicle. There was some small tiny rear speakers, but we have left them. They're not really needed, to be completely honest with you, and this still has a great sound nonetheless. So obviously it's the same situation the other side. Doors have been fully soundproofed with the Hertz Mille Pro woofers and the Prima tweeters. In the dashboard, we got this Pioneer head unit, which I'm going to come back to in a second because that is a great new addition. But behind the seat, customer wanted to get a bit more bass from the system. We've actually fitted an Eton underseat sub in the back footwells. Customer says no one sits back here and just wants to have a lot more depth in the sound system without losing a lot of space. You can still store stuff in the back there, but this underseat sub, it just sits in the footwell. It is bolted and fixed down, but that makes a massive difference to the sound in the front of the vehicle. Here's the old rear speakers, which were perished as it were, but we've just left nothing in there for now. I'm going to hop in over the driver's side and give you a little show on the head unit. Now you can't actually see, but underneath this seat there is a new amplifier which runs these speakers actively. So we have a 4-channel Audison SR4.300 under there, running basically 2 channels for the mid bass, 2 channels for the tweeters. That is fed by the Pioneer head unit in the dashboard. So this is Pioneer's latest addition to basically the range, which is a retro head unit. If I turn on the head unit, you get a little bit of a look at what it looks like. Fantastic head unit actually, really works. It's really easy to use, a lot more user friendly than the Blaupunks, if I'm to be completely honest with you. And also it's a lot more reliable. The sound quality is great on it, and it does do good DAB. DAB wise, we have an antenna mounted at the top of the screen here, which is a bit hard to see, but there's a black box with some wires which go either side of it, not really in the eye line, so when you're driving, so hardly noticeable. But customer can now enjoy DAB radio inside his 911. There's a couple different aerial options we offer, that's just one of them. Yes, here is the Pioneer radio, a real nice and easy to use head unit. This is going to be nice and reliable for DAB, Bluetooth audio, Bluetooth hands-free. There is a microphone that we mount inside these cars as well, so the microphone is just mounted on top of this cowling here. Again, not really something that takes too much away from the car. You hardly notice it. But yeah, this is a new head unit which feeds the amplifier, which is actually fitted underneath my seat. Great quality source unit. I've had a listen to a few different tracks inside this car. This Eton subwoofer is working wonders in the sound system. You couldn't really hide it anywhere on the 993 platform, unfortunately, but custom did want to get a lot more depth to sound and wasn't afraid of just having that mounted in the back. It's not just Velcro to the floor, it's actually a board underneath there and it's fixed down, so it's as secure as it can be to the vehicle, because that is going to make the best sound basically. That's the Eton sub. We do have a little dial for it, which is just down here. This little dial down there. Now you don't actually have to have it on display, but we've left it there so customer can on the fly just adjust if he wants a little bit more bass or less bass depending on his feeling. That's pretty much it. This is a Pioneer retro head unit fitted into Porsche, a great head unit for these cars just in general if you're looking for a Bluetooth and DAB upgrade. Great quality source for an audio system as well if you want a good quality sound system. Obviously we've got upgraded speakers in the doors now. We've got an amp underneath my seat. an underseat sub in the rear footwell of this, and obviously in fully soundproof doors. That's pretty much it. This is just a brief video. If you want to improve the audio in your Porsche, get in contact with us and we can make a quote for you. Thanks very much now. Take care and goodbye.